This video was made possible by our generous supporters on Patreon. Check out patreon.com/NWR for all the details. Hello and welcome to episode 154 of the Talk Nintendo podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Cassie Gibbons, and joining me this fine evening with that mug of his, a mug only a mother could love, Mr. And America.
My American mug?
There's not enough stars on that mug. Mr. Perry Burkum.
Thank you. Yeah, there are
maybe
8
it's times
stars on this
I
mug.
was gonna say if there was 5 on there, it'd be like, oh well, maybe each one's times 10, you know, but
Sure.
nope. Times what's 50 divided by 8? It's not a nice even round
like,
number. That doesn't
no,
matter.
it's not.
It doesn't matter.
It's like
Yeah,
6
I'm
point
drinking
something.
some.
Well, I was gonna say actually, what I am drinking is it was Cherry Coke Zero from Burger King.
You know what? I love Burger King. Don't get me wrong. I hate their beverages because they have those machines, right? Where it's like, oh, you could get whatever soda you want
machines.
with like as many oh, you want an orange like Coke? Sure, have it. Mm-hmm. It like ruins the regular, you know? Like the regular Coke from those machines is not as good as like what you would get in McDonald's, you know?
Interesting.
Like sure, you have
I never get that. So
see, that's
I always
the thing,
get Cherry
yeah.
Coke Zero and it's delicious.
See,
so.
I'm sure the flavored ones work fine, but it's like it's at the expense
Sure.
of the true and tried
Yeah.
classic, as if
I get
you will, you know?
I get it.
Yeah, this sparkling ice. So actually, it's funny. We got a little email for NWR, and it was like, "We've got some energy drinks if anyone wants to check them out." And I feel like everyone like quickly deletes those. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know what?
Yeah, I didn't even see. I don't know. I guess I
like,
deleted it.
I like a good energy drink. You know what I mean? And it's like Red Bull.
Yeah, you do.
I could drink as many Red Bulls as I can, but they're expensive.
I've never
you know?
had a Red Bull.
Oh,
a Red Bull.
Dude.
I just called it a Red Ball. I've never had a Red Ball.
Well, that's a good thing. You don't want a Red Ball. But yeah, it's not bad. It's like, because have you ever had sparkling ice? I'm not a seltzer guy, really.
Oh, yeah. That's like LaCroix and...
Oh, because again, it's like watered down soda. It's like, if I'm going to be doing it, just give me a Pepsi.
Watered.
You know? Like, watered down. I know
it's not watered down because it has a lot of bite to it. It's really dry. That's why I like it.
I don't know. This isn't bad, though. This is blue raspberry.
But does that have calories in it?
Let's see.
I mean, is it sweet?
Yeah, it's got 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium.
So does it have like aspartame
0 carbs,
in it, or
0 sugar? I don't know what it has in it.
is it aspartame or
vitamins?
Does it have aspartame? I mean, does it taste like diet?
No.
So it's not. It has to be sweet.
It's 0 sugar, but it's got caffeine
is it
in it.
stevia? Well, if it's sweet, it has to have something sweet in it.
Well, it's got pantothenic acid.
No.
Vitamin B12, niacin, vitamin A.
Keep going after the vitamins.
Antioxidants, vitamin A, caffeine. Carbonated water, natural flavors, a whole bunch of acids. I don't know, man.
But it's sweet.
It's got red 40.
There it is. No, red 40 is the good stuff. I don't know. Well, then I don't know what makes it sweet, but
it's not bad. Yeah, they sent me a couple flavors, so I figured I was
show it off. I want to see it.
Yeah, it's got a cool looking can.
Yeah, ice
plus caffeine.
Sparkling ice. I mean, like,
look at that blue
Gotcha.
raspberry in there.
Gotcha. Okay. I've got those. I got those in the tall bottles though.
Yeah.
They usually come in tall bottles, and they're. Yeah, I think they have.
I know my brother drinks like this. Like I said, I don't really like seltzer water really, or sparkling water.
That's not sparkling water. I mean, that has sweetness to it.
Sparkling water. It's a little blurry probably.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. It's got caffeine in it. I like caffeine.
Anyway.
And it's like, it's hot out, you know, so I don't want to drink a hot coffee, so we're drinking this. But yeah, so how's it going, Perry? How are you? How was that? What you get? You get a Whopper? Get yourself a Whopper?
Well, actually, I was meeting with someone, and then on the way home, I picked up some Burger King for the wife.
Oh, you didn't even get any for yourself?
Didn't eat anything. No, I ate wings. I was at.
How can you?
I just ate. I came from lunch from somewhere else.
I want to know.
I had like
that's no excuse.
16 boneless
that
wings.
That is no excuse, dude. When
It's
you
totally
go to Burger
excuse.
King, you get yourself a Whopper, or I like the King meal deal. It's like $4. You get 2 burgers.
I just came from lunch, Casey.
When has that ever stopped you before?
Every single time that I stop by another restaurant when I'm coming back from lunch.
Well, you failed. You did bad. You know what's funny?
Have you never picked up something for someone else?
Nope. Because I always get something for myself too. Because
I took the drink. Does that make you feel better?
You stole the drink from her meal? You're a monster.
No. A monster is someone who finds a wallet and takes all the money out of it and then throws it into the mail. That's what a monster is.
Yep. You know what's actually funny? I was looking the other day at whatchamacallit, at the Burger King deals. And did you know on the app you could join for $5 and you get as many, like, I don't know if it's limited to one a day, but like you get a coffee a day or unlimited coffee. $5, boom,
What?
you can go to coffee. Yeah, it's like the BK Joe like club or something. Yeah, man. And I was like, it's brilliant.
We need to have the TN gym club.
Yeah, the gym club. It's brilliant, right? Because $5, it's like a cup of coffee doesn't cost them any money, right? But like, how many times you need to be going to the cup of coffee? Like, well, oh man, like you know what? I'll take it. You know what I mean? Like, throw on a crust sandwich or like some freaking hash browns or something, you know? And they rope-a-dope you in.
Well, I thought it's important to talk about Burger King on Talk Nintendo because we were kind of birthed in like late night gaming
Birthed
sessions.
in burgers.
Yeah. We were. And like we would play, we'd be playing Splatoon or something like all night. And then we'd be like, always like, dude, you know what I could go for? Like, it would be like seriously like 1 a.m. in the morning. You know what I'd go for right now?
Whopper.
A Whopper. Every single time. A Whopper. And so
big whop, baby.
that came like, I can't wait till like we hang, and we're totally going to do that when you come over.
Oh, yeah, man.
We're going to play into midnight, and then we're going to go get a Whopper. And we're going to videotape it.
Well, it's actually funny.
It's going to be an episode of Talk Nintendo.
Because with Caitlin, like, before we were dating back, I mean, like, we've been friends forever. And, like, it'd be one of those, like, she had a car and I didn't. And I'd just, like, text her, be like, BK? And she'd be like, I'll be over in 10 minutes, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, yeah, it'd be like 1 o'clock in the morning, you know? My mom'd be like, where the heck are you going? Like, shut up, Ma. Need a Whopper.
Shut up.
Need a Whopper, Mom. But yeah, Burger King's the best. Oh, I love me some burger. Down here, though, man, the Burger
really
Kings
good burgers.
are atrocious, dude. I cannot believe how bad, like, I've waited in line, like, with one car in front of me for, like, 25 minutes, dude. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's supposed to be fast food. But
they don't get it.
But I digress.
Anyway, we need to we're like 8 minutes in. We should probably start talking.
I mean, this is alternatively
I'm sorry,
a food podcast, food and drink.
It really is.
We do chat quite a bit about it.
Nintendo and food goes together really, really well. You know,
Sure does.
Yeah, I just got 2 Switch games in the mail. Well, technically, I got 3 Switch games.
Look at
in
this
the mail.
fancy man.
The first one I think is one that you'll like, and that is Boosh.
You should send that right to me.
Collection of Mana.
I want it, but I also know I've got no time to play any games.
Yep. And,
are you actually going to play it?
Yeah, I am. I'm excited to play it.
What are you going to play first?
Yeah, it was only like $32 on Amazon.
Yeah, that's about
like,
the Gamers Club price.
That's cool.
Speaking of which, dude, before you move on, any games you want reserved, you've got like a week before the club runs dry. So, look what you need pre-ordered in advance.
I will definitely do that. Like a freaking
oh yeah, dude,
Astral Chain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that'll come out before it runs.
I'm still
out,
trying to beat. I think I'm gonna get that after I beat Fire Emblem, just because I think it's gonna be hard to though. I probably won't.
Well, the good thing is,
Casey.
from what I hear, is Astral Chain I think is like 12-ish hours, so it's like you could finish that relatively quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if it has like that gameplay that's gonna just rope-a-dope you in.
It's true. But my other one that I picked up, this should be a new segment.
What's that
but
one?
It's this is Oniken and Odalis collection.
This guy will buy anything.
No, this is cool. These are like two Castlevania like games, like old school like NES style games that came out. And they looked really cool when they came out on Switch like like a year ago. And this is from Play Asia. So
Old
but
Plasia.
this is really cool. And it comes like you can't it kind of comes in like a super rare styled
Yeah,
like a little plastic bag.
I was
on
gonna
the
say
outside.
it almost seems like it would
then there's
be
like
a limited run or a super rare release.
Yeah, and there's like a sticker in there too. You see that? That's a big sticker on the front.
So is that just is a legitimate release? Like there's no special publisher or something?
No, it's just East Asia Soft. And they're the same ones that did they did that other game.
Perry's looking away,
I
searching
have it.
his
1
shelf
second. Hold
for
on, it's right here.
games. Searching through the pile of games that he never plays. Like this, like,
Yeah.
guys, he's never going to play this game he
they
just
also
bought. He can't
did
hear it right now.
Paddlebox.
Never playing it.
So they also did this same release.
I like that cover.
And yeah, so cool. So these are the two releases from them that I've gotten.
Boom.
Anyway, so that's fun. And it was pretty cheap too. It was only like I think it was like $25 or something. So, and it's 2 games and they look fun. So, anyway,
Bam. Wham bam.
back into the backlog they go.
Yeah. Games y'all never play for 800, Alex, please?
Yeah. The nice thing is having a baby.
Now you got an
Limits your
excuse. Oh, limits
The
your
thing
funds.
is, I've been playing a lot of games because a lot of times you just have to sit around with a baby.
Yeah,
just like,
it's
might
a
as well
good
play
yeah.
something.
She's in that age where it's like
Yeah.
she's not like doesn't need your utmost attention when
Yep.
so
And then like I'm totally, taking off. I take this off and I lay the Switch like right next to her, and then so my arms can hold her, and I'm holding the Joy-Cons. Joy-Cons are perfect. It's so cool.
it's like Nintendo new.
Anyway, we're gonna get into what we've been playing, right?
Yes, and
So
yeah,
first off, we're gonna start with a game that Casey's played his whole life almost.
yeah, for the last 15 years.
Yep, and it's a game that he's talked about a little bit over the past couple weeks, and that I think he's gotten some
But it's
nostalgia
different.
for.
This is a different game.
Yeah, it's different, I guess. So explain how it's different.
Boom.
And tell me what it is.
World of Warcraft World of Warcraft Classic, baby.
Classic.
It's back. It is back. Oh man. Okay. So essentially, right, you've got the game that came out in 2004. And there've been like a million expansions. So it's like you had the Burning Crusade, then you have Wrath of Lich King, Cataclysm. I forget which one came next, but there's like 3 or 4 after that. So there's like, the base game, it iterated quite a bit as the years went on. To the point of where it is absolutely not the game that it was when it originally released. Completely different. In fact, like, even during, like, the one expansion, Cataclysm, like, the whole thing was like, yeah, there's, like, big world events going on, and they've changed the, the events from, like, the old world. So, like, those, essentially the game's broken up into zones, and, like, oh, that zone would be good to level if you're around level 10 to 20, so like that's, and then when you hit 20, you go to the next zone. So, you got to a point where it's like, well, like, we're not even going to these zones anymore because, like, you know what I mean? People passed that level, and, like, leveling became pretty trivial to the point where you could just run dungeons and it'd be like, oh, like, there's no reason to go back, right? So, like, they essentially revamped it all and changed up the zones and, like, just very different. But one of the biggest, like, tonal shifts in the entire game was when they introduced something called looking for raid, or looking for group, for the dungeon finder, essentially. So in the old world, when you wanted to do a dungeon, you'd have to like go to the cities and be like, hey, who wants to run this dungeon, you know? And then you'd form a group from people on your server, and then you'd go run the dungeon. And it was very social experience. Like, you met people, and to the point where, like, back in the day, I'd have, like, oh, like, I have people in mind when I want to run this dungeon. Be like, oh, let me see if they're around, because I know they're reliable. They're not terrible at the game, and, like, yeah, like, I'm cool with them, you know? But then with like looking for dungeon and all these things, these tools, it made it really easy where you could just like hit a queue button. Like, yeah, I want to do this dungeon. And then like you would get into a queue, and then eventually like you'd be like, hey, we found a group for you. Do you want to go? And then they instantly teleport you there. And it's people from all different servers. And it's very much like, oh, you could be a jerk, you know what I mean? Or they could be a jerk, and you'd never see them again, you know? So like it just very much became like one person sort of described it like the Tinder, where, you know what I mean, like it's just very like there's no consequence essentially. Like if you go in there and screw everything up, it's like, well, I'm never gonna see these people again, you know? It's not really a big deal. So like that was a big change, and then just like it just got like leveling was easy. Like you could take on like 8 different monsters at once, or enemies, and it's like wasn't gonna kill you, you know? It's like no big deal. So there was a big push, and actually I didn't even realize though that like there were a lot of people who just ran private servers of the original game, and like you weren't really allowed to do that, right? Because you're playing this game for free on like a random server someone's running. But I guess it was like there was like a pretty in-depth community of people who were like playing on private servers of like the very original game, and because people love that, it's like, you know, you have your community, like there's an actual sense of community instead of just like, oh yeah, like I'm playing this game, whatever. So there's a big push for it, and I believe Blizzard was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that, you know, like no, you know, we're doing what we're doing. But I guess eventually at some point they're like, actually, we're gonna do it, you know. And like the hype has been insane. There were over 1 million people watching the Classic streams yesterday when it launched on Twitch, which is crazy, you know, that like there's a lot of people watching a 14 or 15-year-old game. And it's funny, it's just like it is. I think back in the day, the average player, it would take 8 full days of playing, so 8 times 24 to hit the level cap. So it's like, and like in the retail one, like you could blow through to like 120 in way less than that, you know, like right. Double the levels in less time. So yeah, Sandy and I went back in, and it was just so funny because it's just like you said, it's pretty much went back to day one of the original WoW, and it was just like boom, you had everyone in like the starting areas like running around, and it's just everyone's having a blast, you know. And it's funny because they've introduced again things to just make it easier. So say you and me are not in a group together and we need to kill that enemy. If in the current, they call it retail WoW, if you were attacking him and then I came over and attacked him, all right, the enemy would die and we would both get credit for our quest, even though we're not like in a group together. Just, you know, quality of life things essentially. Like yeah, we want to make it streamlined and like, okay, you're both gonna get credit, boom boom. Not here. So if like an enemy pops up and I whack him first, you're not gonna get credit for that enemy. So you need to wait for the next one, you know? And now imagine that with thousands of people in like one little tiny area. Like it took Sandy and I like a half hour to do a quest that would probably take like 5 to 10 minutes, you know what I mean? Like we were like just like trying to like, that son of a gun got the enemy first, you know, like now we gotta wait. I mean, and like that hype's gonna die down because obviously like there are a lot of people who are probably just like jumping in like, oh, this is cool, or like I never played this, let me try it, because it's free with his subscription. So not really free, but like if you're playing Warcraft already, it's like you could try it for free essentially with your current subscription, or it costs $15, you know. So there are a lot of servers like they put out a pre-list so you could like go in and like reserve your name and a character on servers. And I think it was so they could sort of gauge how many people were going to be playing, you know, just to get an idea. and all those servers filled up super quick. There are queues like 4, 5, 6 hours to even get onto the server. Like, that's how many people were trying to play.
Jeez.
So yeah, like Sandy and I made characters on a server, and yeah, it was like a 3-hour queue. And I was like, all right, I guess we're going to a new server, you know? And at this point, it doesn't really matter, you know? Like, I'm sure there are people who, like, well, we're trying to play with a bunch of our friends, and we picked this one, but we're like, we're just trying to play and have fun. So we're like, oh, we'll just go to the server with less people on it, you know? Mm-hmm. And, yeah, we played for like 3.5 hours, and it felt like 15 minutes. It was great. I was like, oh my God, it's already midnight. Whew! Good old classic WoW, dude. The hype. It is real, Perry. It is real.
So you had fun.
Oh, I had a blast. Because like you said, it just like from what the game is now, from what it was, like I said, they're totally night and day, you know. So it was fun to get. Because I started playing vanilla, which is the very first, like back in the day. That's when I picked it up, and I started playing it, and then I never beat it. Or, well, I shouldn't. You don't really beat WoW. I never got to like level cap or anything back then. Mm-hmm. And then then I really started playing Warcraft in the second expansion. So it's gonna be fun. I don't know how much I'm going to actually, you know, who knows? Me and Sandy play, and we casually get up to 60.
I don't know how you found the time or want to play World of Warcraft Classic.
It's so much fun, dude. It's like I said, it's a trip down memory lane for sure, you know. And like I said, who knows? Maybe we play for a couple weeks, and the good thing is, like, Sandy's always like wants to play games and stuff, but like it's like I don't like Diablo, like I don't want to play Diablo right now. So right now it's good because it's like it's perfect. We both play, you know, have a game to jam out together. So yeah, classic WoW, man.
Classic WoW. Well, I've been playing a classic game, and by classic, I mean it just came out like a month ago. But it's been getting quite the praise from people.
People are loving it. They
really are loving this game.
But you're not, are you?
No. No. I mean, no. I'm not. I'm not loving it.
But are you not loving it?
No, I'm liking it, actually. I have some interesting questions, but what game? It's the same game I talked about last week, but it's more in depth, and that is Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Not one, not two, but 3 of them.
Three.
Yeah.
So, so I'll just get right to it.
Get to it, big fella.
I was playing it this last week, and it was interesting because I had started it, and like on normal and classic. I think normal mode with the classic with permadeath. And I remember playing like the first battle, the first real battle that you kind of get, because there's always like a tutorial.
Yeah, the baby battle.
And
the BB, if you will.
Yeah, and it was pretty hard actually. I was like, like this is actually pretty like I think I died like a couple times because I wasn't utilizing some stuff.
What a loser!
Yeah, totally. But I, as I was playing, like after that. Like, I was just kind of, I was going through the motions, doing the little adventure game dealy things, talking with people, doing the side quests, blah, blah, blah. And then every battle, like basically after the first one, just steamroll.
You're in that Mack truck just running over armadillos.
Just like, no one can take, very, very little strategy. Just boom, boom. And I was like, okay. This isn't very fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna get harder.
I know what you mean.
There's a boss battle. Yeah.
Is that the one with a few of a couple of big boys?
It has a huge
enemy, right?
A huge enemy that takes up like 4 things, and that one was you had to go all out, but if you it teaches you to make sure that you're utilizing the gambit system, stuff like that.
Gambit.
Yep. So, but other than that, after that, I was like, man, this is just getting easier and easier, actually. Like,
maybe you were just getting better and better.
No, it's just like, just kind of like, it was like, I can't play this game fast enough. Like, because I was just like hitting A, going forward, pressing forward, taking out everyone in my path. And I was like, this is not fun at all. This is weird. And I was like, okay, I wish someone would have told me that it's baby mode, that normal mode is not fun. And it's baby mode.
Little baby para mode?
Yeah. I couldn't believe how it just wasn't satisfying at all. Yeah. I was 10 hours in. Like 10 hours in. And I'm like, man, I don't think it gets any better. Like,
and that's a pretty hefty amount of time to invest, you know?
I know. And the thing is I was like, okay, maybe I'll make it harder by not doing quests, by just literally like just going, like skipping everything, doing everything automatic, only doing the battling, you know, because that's my favorite part is battling. Mm-hmm. And it was getting easier. I was like, so what do I do? It's like, do I give up? Like, do I stop because I'm not having fun? Do I try to keep going and hope it gets harder? Do I start over? You know, like I was like, do I want to start over and play even longer? Because it's like, if it's harder, you know, then this was the conundrum going through my head.
I know what you mean. And then you almost get paralyzed, right? And you're like, I don't know what to do.
I know. It's like, I just spent like $50 on this game, you know, and it's like, I was enjoying it.
And I will not put it on the shelf with the other 5 games I just bought and didn't play.
I know. Well, I really wanted to play it. It was fun. I was having fun with it. But I know that it was just because it was so easy that it just was not fun, but like it could have been harder. So I was like, well, I know there's a good game if I start over, and you can't raise it. You can only lower the difficulty during the game. You know, you can't raise it up.
Can you imagine like, is this too hard for you?
Yeah. So I texted Alex Kalafi and
Fire Emblem fan.
I was just like
numero uno.
Yeah. Just making sure that like everything was
honky dory.
Like, yeah, just like I was like just kind of asking him like what and he told me, yeah, it's kind of. He told me he enjoyed the power trip.
That's like the most Alex response of all time. I love it.
I know. So I was just like, you know what? I'm starting over. I'm just gonna start it over, and I'll skip since I can skip through the story because I already like really know what it is.
Yeah, you just hammer it.
And here's the thing.
Then you could do what you were doing on the battlefield during the texts. And winning.
Exactly. And it's not that that like it's not that I don't like the story. It's just that the story compounded with the quest. There's a little too much going on for my tastes. Mm-hmm. Too many little bars filling up. That's just like, okay, like I don't know what's going on here, so I just don't really care that much. Like, you know. And the other thing is like, you want to do this automatic? You want to do this manually or automatic? Well, what's the difference?
Did you try manual?
Yeah, I did.
Get them extra points, man.
I guess. Yeah, but the thing is like, I don't know why. Like, because it's one of those.
Well, they throw like the inner, like occasionally, like a student will ask you a question. You know what I mean? Like, hey, and then if you like give them a good answer, they get extra motivation, and then you can in turn.
That happens even when you skip through it automatically.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, if you hit automatically, it'll go.
I guess
through,
it was just
those will still pop up.
It would probably just be because then what I'd imagine is if you automatically do it, they're just going to be taught what their goals are. Where if you do it manually, you could teach it whatever, but I bet you'll occasionally get a perfect or a great. When you teach them something, they get extra, experience on that. I bet that doesn't come when you do it automatically.
But I don't even know.
Because I'm assuming.
Does that apply to your battle skills? Is that
what it is? You go in there and you're teaching them. I want this person to be a knight on a horse, right? So you need to I'm going to teach them lance skills, maybe some sword skills, but also riding skills. So when you go in there,
so that's all going towards the seal, right? The intermediate.
Yeah, because when you teach that up, it's like, oh, now my riding is a B, and now when I change their class, I can like, oh, I want them to be a cavalry person, and you'll look at those requirements, needs a B on the riding, you know what I mean, and then you'll be 100% to pass that.
Yeah.
And you can, I guess, do some of the certifications without, like, I had it where it'd be like, oh, 65% chance to pass. Or I guess you could roll the dice, you know what I mean? And if you're just doing, like, to an intermediate, you get those seals often enough that, like, it's like, you could roll the dice if you want, you know? But, you know, when you start getting the expert seals and they're a little more rare, you might not want to take that chance.
And it just came to the point where I just don't really care, and like I'll just pick whatever seal, like whatever looks good that he'll get 100% on.
Yeah,
that's what I'm just doing.
Well, yeah, I guess like I mean I haven't played because I've been playing Grandia, which is awesome. I love it, by the way. And WoW Classic, and I haven't been able to, and my parents are here, so I haven't gotten back to play it. But yeah, it's like I would get sort of like a plan where I'd be like, oh, this person, like they're gonna be my like warlock, you know what I mean? Like they're just going to be really invested in the magic, you know, and do that kind of thing. But
you can do all of that without having to do.
No. Well, because essentially what you're doing is you're setting, when you set the goals, that's what they gravitate towards anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, the cool thing is that you can still set their goals because it'll still like say like, hey, if they want to move towards this or this. So,
well, yeah,
like you still get the chance, which is good.
And when you do it manually though, like if you just on the off chance you notice like actually, you know, they're like it's a magic user, you know, but you're like their sword is actually probably only like one lesson away from leveling up, and then they can use a sword to give them a little versatility. You know, it's like that's not one of their goals, but when you do it manually, you could be like, well, screw it, you know, like I'll give them, you know, I'll teach them one sword, they'll rank up, now they can use a sword, you know what I mean, in close battle against someone. So, but again, you could just go change that if you wanted in your goals, but
I've just found that like I can easily work with what I'm given automatically. You know what I mean? So it's like if you really want to dive down deep into the custom ability of it, then
that customization
you can.
ability.
It is, but it's like it is good that like I don't feel gimped at all by just skipping over everything. And I just find it funny that like it's like, okay, randomly now go and ask 12 people to give you parts of a story. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and here they are on the map. So time warp to each one. Okay, next one. You know, it's like. Okay.
Yeah, no,
so it's kind of funny. It's like I wish you could just skip it all together.
But you can. You don't need to do those quests.
No, there are missions you do have to do. There are missions you have to explore. It'll gray out that's like you can't do the mission, and that's why it's like.
Was that just early on then, or are you finding that later on? Because I feel like early on I was into doing those quests, so maybe I just didn't realize they were the mandatory. But like I feel like the last however many times when I did explore, like I said, I'd go fish, I'd harvest, I'd talk to a few people I was trying to recruit, and then, you know, I go to in the cathedral where like the people drop the little notes and you like got to answer the question for them. And then I get the heck out of Dodge, you know?
I mean, I would always try. I mean, I'm just saying you can't just keep playing. You just can't keep battling and battling and battling and battling. Like there are times that it forces you to explore.
Yeah, but what I mean is when you do explore, it's like, if you want to get through that really quick, just go to the cafeteria, eat with like however many people till your professor points are gone, and then just wrap it up, you know? Like, I don't think you need to
but I think like there are missions. See, there are story missions in the exploring.
Maybe. I don't know. I felt like and like I said, unless it was in the beginning when I was more gung-ho about doing them and I just didn't realize they were mandatory, I feel like I haven't done any of those stupid, like, go find this person and, you know, quests. Cause it's like
I know there's at least one story.
What are you tired?
Mission. I am tired. There's at least like one story mission where it made you go do it. But anyway, not a big deal. And I don't hate all of the other stuff. Like I like the idea of fishing. I think it's not as fun as it could be. I mean, it's like, and it's so everything is so like limited. Like it's so menu driven already. It's like instead of just going to fish,
good old tactical RPG, baby.
But, like, I've noticed, like, the menu system isn't that, like, good either. Like, when you go to the marketplace and, like, you want to sell something, it's, like, everything is very, like, bare bones, like enter the. It's not. There's not a lot of flair to it, and it's not really easy to load stuff up and to equip. It's hard to equip people with stuff, and it's just kind of clunky. It's a little clunky, but they have so much going on in the game, and it does work. But anyway, I'm definitely enjoying it, and I'm so glad that I switched to hard. I'm so glad
finding that challenge you needed.
Oh yeah, I just never again will I ever play normal.
Are you on classic
so
or did you go cash on the
classic? Yeah.
You lose anyone?
Which is what I've always.
Anyone dead yet?
Nope, not this one. Because the rewind is the best thing ever.
See, I would have
absolutely the best thing.
I would have totally, because when I did, I'm on baby mode. If I might have heard that somewhere along the line about the rewind, but I wasn't thinking about it when I started. Yeah, like I would totally, because like you said, it essentially just gives you a never, like, you never need to lose anyone. Button,
and you kind of have constant, and you can always get more experience. You can kind of grind.
Yeah, you hit those extra
which you always
battles and stuff.
Well, the cool thing is I believe you can play a level and then start over at any time and keep the experience that you've gotten in that.
That seems dirty.
I'm pretty sure you can even do that too.
Well, it's better than the DLC grind-a-thons that, like, when you just play, I'm going to buy this DLC, it's going to let me grind it out.
Yeah. Or like the ones that give you lots of money.
Yeah. It seemed like those were always two staples that came out quick after a launch.
That is literally like pay to win.
Yeah. Hey, you need money or experience? Then we got the DLC for you, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. So, but whatever. I'm enjoying it. I really hope that they do an Echoes. I hope that's their next thing they do.
Echoes
I hope that the Echoes
so
team.
Good.
It was really good, and I love that concept of the remake, because that was the remake of the second game, right?
Yeah.
Because they had Shadow of the Dragon, Shadows or whatever.
Shadow
I hope
of
they
Valencia.
do. I hope they do the next one. I think, and then I hope that it's really like classic Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I just think the Switch is perfect for it.
It's like classic WoW. Bring it back, baby. Bring it back.
Yeah, bring it. I like the straightforward mission structure, like just going straight through, add some good stuff to it. Because I get it. It's like, well, what's next for Fire Emblem? Because I mean, like, everyone's probably saying, why don't you just play an old Fire Emblem, Perry? Like, you know what I mean? And I get
why
that.
not?
And there are some cool stuff that they have added to it. Like the gambits are pretty cool. Like it. One of my people can push them. Literally, if you do a gambit, it'll push them back.
Little shove.
Have you done that before? It'll push them back a tile. And if someone's behind them, you do damage to the person behind them.
Little shove,
man.
man.
That is the freaking kind of stuff that needs to be. They need to take Fire Emblem away from 2D and go to complete 3D. Like, imagine having multiple layers of stuff, like bridges, and still on a,
Yeah, because
they have some really interesting,
they have
like
some
mountain
stuff like that.
Stuff.
Yeah, but like
they have cool mountain levels, but it's only on one plane still.
Yeah, it only just gives you like some advantage. I'm hidden in a forest, like you get a little more.
That's
damage,
cool.
Or a little.
It's really
more
cool,
coverage.
right? And I love that kind of stuff. And I think that they could do, like, imagine a level. I mean, there is infinite things, but imagine like a level where there's a rail cart moving around each level. I mean,
reminds me of
each time.
Metroid Prime Federation Force. Remember that mission?
Yes, dude.
You had to get in the cubby before the storm came.
Yeah,
dude,
what a fun game. Dude, I just think that is so. There's so much they could do with the actual Fire Emblem gameplay. I wish they would explore that more instead of the stuff outside the battle.
Yeah, but you don't get the waifus in battle, bro. You get them outside of battle.
I haven't seen anything like that. I haven't seen anything girlfriends or stuff yet, so I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think when you get to like that S rank, I don't think it's quite as crazy as like, oh, now you got a kid from the future, Like, what a crazy...
So,
how cool is that? We put our sweet little baby child in a realm that they age way faster than they oughta, so that they can come help us in battle.
Is that what happened in the other one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was like the story conceit on why, like, all of a sudden you had a baby.
We sent him into space.
Yeah, we put him here, and then they turned like 15 years old in like 2 days flat, like, just rob them of their childhood. Why not?
It's science.
Yeah. Waifu.
That's funny.
It's waifu.
Yeah. It's waifu. But anyway, it's fun. I'm definitely enjoying it, and I'm definitely, even though I played like Mutant Year Zero right before it, which I definitely like a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good old tactical RPG. My buddy.
I'm afraid that she's gonna fall to the wayside.
Yeah.
Just because it's like I got to finish up Grandia 2, or Grandia, however you say it. You know, I'm going to finish that up this week and doing the review for the site, so bang that out. Then it's like Astral Chain, and the next thing you know, football started. The next thing you know, Zelda and Ni no Kuni, and then, oh, good lord, Dragon Quest.
We're going to talk about that in the next segment.
Too many games!
But I know you've been playing another one, a game that Shadow dropped last week that the National Treasure talked about.
Yes.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts. I downloaded it too.
Wow,
it for a
classic. We're going to talk about it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Can we stop?
Boom. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
We're going to be talking about Hotline Miami.
It's Miami. But,
Miami.
Hotline Miami.
Miami. It's Miami.
Miami.
It sounds like the guy from Boston in King of the Hill. When he comes in. Miami.
I'm going to call you, let's see. What's his name? Oh, what does he say? JR. JR.
Oh, what a jerk. Yeah, Hotline Miami.
You know when he orders that huge steak? You know what I'm talking about? When he's like, how much does that cost? Well, they say if you ask, you can't afford it. That's what I'm having. Yeah. And then he's eating all those hard-boiled eggs. And Dank's like, no, don't fill up on the free stuff. And he takes one bite of it and he's like, stick a fork in me, I'm done. Like,
classic, you know, jerk. Yeah.
So classic.
Poor Hank. But yeah, so I've heard so much about Hotline Miami. Miami. My one buddy, Carney, he's like, he doesn't like play games too much. I might have said this. I don't know if I said it when I was streaming a little bit. But yeah, he doesn't really play games too much, but he likes watching them. So this was always when he's like, you gotta check out.
So weird.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta check out Hotline Miami, bro. You gotta check it out. And like, I was like, yeah, okay. And I guess I never did. But yeah, so
yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever you say, pal. So yeah, if obviously out on Switch, so it's like, what better time to dive in and give it the old looky-loo than now. So it is, and sort of how Justin sort of compared it like Katana Zero. Obviously, Katana Zero is 2D side-scrolling. This is top-down, twin-stick shooter style. Controls, very simple. Like, you go in there, like, you use the trigger buttons to pick stuff up, you know, whack it, and then you can
throw
chuck items, you can hit them, you can get, like I said, you get bats, knives, you get a katana, actually. You know, then all of a sudden you got guns, shotgun, you know, rifle, like machine gun and all that stuff. And essentially it's just like I guess there might be some sort of story, but it's essentially like you wake up and like you don't know what's going on. You're like, these three people in like masks are talking to you, like, and you're like, oh man.
It's very abstract.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what the heck's going on here. And it's essentially you get like a phone call. It's like, hey man, like go down here and take care of some business. And that's pretty much like the structure of the game. It's like you get a phone call. Oh, cool. You like go down the stairs into the car. They drive you to your destination, or you drive to the destination. And then it's like, all right, you go in there and it's like, just kill everyone. And it's like usually a floor or two. And I'm sure as you get deeper, maybe you get some more floors. But it's like you go in there and you just kill everyone. And it's one shot hit. So if you die, like, or you get hit once, you know, you're dead. You start right back up. It's quick, you know, fast paced, you know, and it feels good. So it's twin stick shooter going in there, like, oh, you can use the doors to your advantage. So if someone's like walking behind a door, you can open it up and like knock them down, and then you get on top of them and you just like punch them in the face a few times and kill them. Or if you have like a bat, like you'll like straddle them and just be like, you like whack them in the face, you know, blood everywhere kind of thing. It's pixelated game, so it's not like too gory or anything, but essentially you going in and you just take everyone out. And then, like, you go on to the next floor, and you take everyone out, and then it's like, all right, you did it. Then you go back out of the building into your car, and it's weird. There's, like after each like mission, all of a sudden you make like a pit stop at random places. Like, oh, you went to like the movie, like the Blockbuster, you know, and the guy's like, oh yeah, like I got this for you, man. Like, check it out. Don't worry about paying me. And he like gives you like a VHS, you know, or like you go to the bar and they're like, oh, I know what you need, like make you a drink. Like, don't worry about paying. Or like the pizza. And I was like, man, this guy does not pay for a single thing. Like, who is this guy? Everyone's just giving him goods, you know. But it feels very weird because I feel like it doesn't really add much to the game. It's just like, oh, you go in there, talk to this person, they like ramble a little bit, give you something that doesn't really help you.
It's world building.
Yeah, and then
Casey.
you go back to your building.
It's all about the waifus, Casey.
Yeah, I don't know if there's waifus in here. You do save what I would assume to be a hooker of some sort. You go in there and you like blast everyone in the face, and then like you carry her out to your car, and then she's just like hanging out at your house. But
there's your waifu. If that's not a waifu, then I don't know what a waifu is.
Well, yeah, a couple episodes you didn't know what a waifu was. No,
the joke is that I don't know what a waifu is, and that's not a waifu.
But now you know. Yeah. A waifu could be whatever you want it to be. I think they've got waifu pillows. You know, those big body pillows. But yeah, so it's easy to get frustrated with this game. Like, it is definitely, like, there were times where, like, I'd be...
That's what I thought, too.
Killing a bunch of people, and I'd like, and then all of a sudden I just like, oh, there's a bullet from off the screen just blasted me in the face from around the corner, you know, and I'm like, mother effer, you know, like, God.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like...
It has that Meat Boy-esque, like, play a level and then die quickly, start immediately, keep going, you know, try to find the right combo. And
there was one area, man, I just got stuck on it for, like, way too long, and I was like... You know, I like wanted to slam something, but like it's weird. And what's cool is you do unlock like new masks that like your character wears, and they have like different abilities. You know, like one was like starts with a knife, and I'm like, oh cool, I'll start with a knife, and all of a sudden it was like a level where it's like there was 4 guns like right in the beginning, and I was like, oh, this is totally gonna be a level that you need guns, and all of a sudden there were like 80 guys just shooting guns at you. I was like, good thing I got this mask with the knife, you know. But, like, one of them makes you walk faster. But, yeah, so, very stylistic, you know, and I'm pretty sure at this point it's a pretty old game, you know, like,
I think it was 2013.
Yeah, so...
Six years, I think.
So, like, I feel like maybe it was one of the, like, yeah, like, oh, man, this is crazy top-down, you know, like, I feel like there are definitely, like Ape Out...
Isn't that funny?
Better game, you know, like, in my opinion. Like, Ape Out's way more fun. And, like, they're different, but not quite, you know what I mean? Like, they're both top-down twin-stick shooters.
No, they're not that different. They're very, very, very similar.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, like, I guess, like, the objective, escaping, but, like, essentially, like, you don't need to kill everyone on a level, I guess, in Ape Out, but, like, you are, you know? Like, it's like, who am I? But, yeah, like I said, just frustrating, some spots where... Like, I felt like, all of a sudden, like, bullets were coming from off screen, or, like, maybe he was just on it just a tiny little bit, and then, like, get blasted, you know? And it's like...
Yeah, I mean, I found that, like... I mean, I played very briefly, but it was just kind of, like, it felt a little janky, like I didn't, like, the level design I wasn't exactly... Like, I barely got by. Like, I didn't feel like I actually felt like I mastered... what I was supposed to do. I just kind of felt like I kind of cheated it, and not that maybe I played it how I wasn't supposed to, but like it didn't guide you in a way of how you're supposed to play the game. It's kind of like
have at it, boy.
Yeah, so not bad, but it's kind of like it's funny how we've had a bunch of games that are like it since, like a lot of games that I've played that are probably based off it.
Oh yeah, I feel like it was probably one of the more mainstream at that time, like
totally
like blowouts.
Totally.
Like check this out. Wow, this is cool style. Like, it's super stylistic, you know, like, oh, we're killing people, and, But, yeah, I mean...
How's the music? I played in handheld mode. I've heard music's really good.
Yeah, I will give it... Yeah, good thing you remind me of that. Music is really cool. Like, totally, like, had some music that slaps, as they'd say.
Nice.
Slap at a bass. But, yeah.
Well, good.
Like I said, I mean, there are definitely better top-down shooters. Again, Katana Zero isn't a top-down shooter, but I like it better than Hotline Miami. And
so you'd say they're similar, and
it like similar in like like philosophical, like, or like in like not philosophical, like what it's trying to do. Like, okay, you're going through and you're just killing everyone, you know.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So it's like
in gameplay,
yeah,
it's similar.
well, but like it's different
It's
because it's side scrolling. Yeah, so it's not like it doesn't play like a twin stick shooter per se. You know, well, you know what I mean. But yeah, no, totally. I would go Katana Zero over Hotline Miami for sure. And it's got like a super trippy, weird story. That's Katana Zero. That's like super weird, and I feel like it's really interesting. But yeah, I mean. Katana Zero, I sat down to play it, and I played the whole game in one sitting, you know? Where, like, Hotline Miami, I was like, after, like, an hour and a half, I was like, I don't want to play this anymore right now, you know?
Yeah, I was kind of like that at, like, 15 minutes.
Yeah, so...
I was just kind of like, I've played this before. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I felt. And it's not this game's fault, but I guess it's everyone that's released one after.
Yeah.
On the Switch.
Idiots.
So. Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. So if you're thinking about Hotline Miami, you might just want to think about WoW Classic instead. You heard it here first.
Oh.
Come on, Perry. You can join in.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think after that we gotta take a little break and come back with the eShop Roundup.
Ooh, yes we do. Yes. Alrighty, we are back. And Perry, what time usually comes after a short musical break?
That would be the eShop Roundup.
The new eShop Roundup. eHaw.
Woo! Wee! Woo! Wee!
And what does the eShop Roundup look like? Does it look like Hotline Miami?
Well, that's what you might think. You might think that.
No, that's where you'd be absolutely wrong.
Eehaw!
Do you have the eHaw jingle?
Play. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
See, I don't know, on our little jingle palette thing, it comes with some preset jingles, for those who don't know, and there's a really good eHaw on there.
Yeah.
I guess I could probably just record it, just the eHaw. Like, if I, like, because I don't think I could, like, get it separately to just import it, but I could figure it out.
It's okay. Anyway, don't worry about it. It sounds just like that, so.
You guys get the live in-person version.
So the first part of our eShop Roundup this week is we're giving away a game.
Woo! But before we do that, we gave one away last week too, didn't we?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're giving away. We're announcing the winner of the game that we're giving.
But
away.
then we're gonna give another one away, right?
Then we're gonna give another one away. That's right.
All right.
So
make sure
the winner. Gotcha. The winner of Riot Civil Unrest, which is a cool looking game, is Arj222, also known as @JonesyGirl _41 on Twitter. Yes, they retweeted our tweet, and that's how they won.
Yep.
So, we're going to give away another game this week.
Yes, we are.
And it's actually going to be one of our picks of the week.
A pick of the week. Yay.
And that is eSport Manager, which I think is the funniest. I mean, they have all those like
football manager,
manager, and
esports, baby.
The eSport Manager. This is from Ultimate Games, and this is like it's like a really low polygon, almost like voxel, but not voxel. Art thing, and like you're like literally managing an esport. It's really funny, and it has like, I'll show it right here. It has like even little games in it that you're watching people play.
It's probably their league, and all that. Yeah. Call of Duty.
So it's really funny. So it's like you have like these characters that like are literally sitting around on like you're managing a group of people on the computers and stuff. So anyway, it just came out. It's $7.99, and it's also 50% off right now. But if just for retweeting
which is right in the description below if you're on YouTube, or if you're on your iPod of choice. Or your phone, more likely. I think I say that literally every week. You click on that, and there you go. It's right in the description. Got a little linkity-loo, and wham bam.
Yep. So go retweet.
What are you waiting for, Bobby?
And you can win. You can win like Arj. 222.
Arge. It sounds like a pirate or something.
Arge. 222. Anyway, what's your first pick of this week?
All right, so my
Cassie?
first pick of the week, the runner-up, if you will, Everdark Tower, for $4.99. Go up the ancient clock tower to make the frozen time move. Now, here's the thing. You might remember from a couple weeks, probably months ago at this part, that we talked about Archline Saga, which was
like
a
a cool
pocket-sized RPG. This is the next chapter in the pocket-sized RPG series. Now, I don't think they connect necessarily story-wise, but I guess that they're just doing a series of these smaller RPGs, that aren't going to take you 40 hours to beat. And, they're retro-inspired and, have that look to it. And I figured, what?
They're definitely retro-inspired.
I was like, bam. I thought that was a tilt it the top back towards you. There you go. And, I figured a cute little game,
So
one of these days I gotta give them the old try, actually, but there's just too many other games.
Do you see how the font just does not fit? You need to do a font that is pixelated with the same pixel density as the rest of the game. It just...
Design Tips 101 from Mr. Jerry Jerkum himself.
It's just don't input like a different, like, it ruins the whole...
You should email them.
Like, retro aesthetic.
Excuse me.
I should. It's Chemco, though, so...
What's that mean?
It means...
Bunch of gym bots?
Eh.
Are you calling them a bunch of Jimmy J's?
I'm not calling them.
This man is a man who went to Burger King and didn't get himself a Whopper.
I just came from Wings. Okay, so my...
Is that what the place is called?
Week.
Wings?
It's called Wingstop.
Wings? I've heard of that before. Real quick aside, before you get to your pick of the week, what flavor wings do you get?
Well, I got 3 different flavors.
Hit me with them, baby.
Because I never been there before. One of them was like Parmesan garlic.
All right.
It was really good. And then other one was their original hot, because I wanted to see how hot it was, and it was pretty high in the scale. Mm-hmm. And then I just got the original because it just sounded really good. I don't know why. Like the
how was
original
the
buffalo
hot? Was
really
it
good.
Super hot?
Not very hot at all. So next time I go there, I will definitely have their hottest.
You know, I'm not a huge wing man. I mean, I enjoy them, but they're not something.
You're my wing man.
Oh. I netted you a baby. Well, you did that on your own. But yeah, like for me, wings, like I like them, but they're not something I like go out to pick up. But when my parents were here, we all went out to dinner, and like I was so hungry, dude. My dad's like, "Oh, let's get a starter, split some wings." I was like, "Yeah, I'm in." Oh man, those wings were fantastic. We got hot barbecue. And again, yeah, not super duper hot. Like they had like a nice little kick to them. Not super hot, but oh man. I don't know if I was just like unbelievably hungry or if those were like the best wings I've ever had. But man, they hit the spot. And then I got a Philly cheesesteak. Oh.
Good okay,
All right,
Casey,
pick of the
calm
weeks.
down.
Picks of the weeks here.
My pick of the week is Plunge for $7.99.
You gonna take
this
the
is
plunge.
a cool little tactical looking game also.
Lean it back, baby.
And it's hard for me. Lean it back.
There you go.
I keep tilting it the wrong way. There
See,
we go.
there you go. Yeah. It looks so
It's cool.
yeah, you've got the isometric look.
Yeah, and it's on a grid. It says it's a turn-based dungeon plunging. So I think it might play kind of
Final
like
Fantasy Tactics.
Like I think more on the long lines of Necro Dancer, maybe more active.
Just
I guess it's
bouncing around,
you know what I mean. How it's
beeping and
like
booping?
it's like fast turn-based, if that makes sense. You know, it's like you play it quickly, but you move and then they move or whatever. Anyway, so it's really cute. It kind of has like a dark Halloweeny kind of just a hand-drawn.
Did
cool
you
art
say
style. So,
weenie?
Halloweeny? Halloweenish? Is that better?
No.
It's Halloweenish.
I think we should stick with Halloweeny more than.
You know, someone asked me, how do I describe Casey? I said, he's a bit weenish.
Isn't that a weird word to say? He's a little weenish.
Weenish.
Sounds more gross than weenie.
I like it.
I know
Anyway,
you
what's
do.
your pick of the week? That's why I said it.
Hey, remember when you told that kid you're gonna kiss him on the lips? Facts. I could see his mom like calling the authorities.
Yeah, they did. They called.
That was so
They
funny.
didn't catch me though.
Anyway,
Okay, so hold on. I told him that because it was a quote from King of the Hill when his coach says, "If you guys take me to state, I'm gonna kiss you all on the lips." And that was the idea. And I was like, if you get this correct on the first try, I'm gonna kiss you on the lips.
I do love that. Like anytime I mention that, you have to explain the story just to like set the table, so you weren't just like.
I do have to explain
so
it.
he's like, wait, Perry's the random guy who just goes around telling people he's gonna kiss
Yeah,
them on
I
the
mean,
lips
like-
at PAX.
Yeah. I mean, you can't just like say stuff out of context. But that's what happened.
Pervert Perry, we all know. All right, my pick of the
Perry
week.
the perv.
My pick of the week here, we got Whipsy and the Lost Atlas.
Whipsy.
This is a cute little.
Now, what kind of game is this?
This is a cute little retro action platformer for $5.99, and it gives me them Kirby vibes. And of course, like definitely has some Mario influence. Like some of the enemies looks like spikies and stuff from there. But the main character has like a Kirby feel. But it looks like he's got some
Oh
sort
my
of
goodness, this game looks amazing.
yeah. It looks like he's got like some sort of whip.
What do you mean it's got Kirby vibes?
Look at that character.
It looks exactly like Kirby.
Yeah, you got them Kirby vibes.
I mean, the whole game is like it's not vibes. It's like
copyright.
it's amazing.
Copyright infringement.
Yeah, copyright infringement.
Yeah, it totally looks super cute. And now,
Look at that.
what I'd like to
So
imagine
cool.
is that these developers, I like that enemy on the top with the grass head.
Yeah.
I'd like to imagine that these developers are like, I love Kirby, but man, it is just so easy and boring. Let's make it great, you know?
Dude, this game looks amazing. Yeah.
Buy it, baby.
Yeah. Oh, it's from Blowfish. Our friends at Blowfish Studios.
We should send them an email.
Or they published it. Yeah, I will.
Ask for 2.
Okay.
or 3. Maybe that could be next week's giveaway.
Yeah. This game looks amazing because it's like Kirby's Epic Yarn. That mechanic,
But not
put
boring.
In back to
No,
regular.
I'm just kidding. Actually, I did play Epic Yarn, but it's fine.
You could say it's boring.
I'm pretty sure it's a 10 out of 10 on Nintendo World Report, though. Yes, all right. Well, once again, everyone, you can join or enter this week's contest. Just check that description wherever you are. We have the links right there. Again,
Make sure you don't hit the right
Yeah.
thing there. You're on
yeah.
the.
Oh no,
Anyway.
a little to the left. But yeah, and thank you for Jonesy Girl for getting that big dub.
Yep.
And
Go retweet the retweet right now.
boom. Now, Perry.
Yes, sir.
Before we have the musical interlude, then we have eShop Roundup, and then we have no musical interlude, although there is a jingle.
There is. That would be because it's time for the news.
News Talk with Casey Gibson.
There it is.
All right.
Boom. You heard it. You hear that?
I heard it.
Ring-a-ling-a-ding-a-ling.
Well, no, I didn't. I just watched you in a kind of a creepily fashion do something. Dancing in some way.
I was doing the drums. Dun, 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 dun.
You're also like, it's like you're conducting too.
I got little T-Rex arms here because I don't want to hit my mic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got some news, but not that much news.
No.
We're going to start it out with good old Astral Chain reviews are in, and they're
And
spectacular.
they are terribly good.
Boom. Did you get... I was going to do Astral Chain's reviews are real, and they're spectacular. Little Seinfeld for you. And then I was like,
Nice.
oh, we'll keep R in, and we'll put the spectacular. Not enough of a draw. But yeah, it seems to be overwhelmingly positive reviews. I'm excited. Good old Platinum Games bringing the heat as they generally do. At least with Nintendo. Like I know Platinum's had some duds, but it seems like everything that's come with Nintendo, Bayonetta and stuff like.
Yeah, I mean, Star Fox Zero.
Yeah, I forget. I forget that was even them because it's so not their style of game.
It isn't, and it's not like that game has some inherent flaws.
Yeah.
Don't fire me, John.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah. You're out on your keystone.
Yeah, and I haven't played Bayonetta. I have played like some demos of Bayonetta.
Dude.
Just like, whatever.
Oh man, it's so good. Bayonetta.
It's whatever.
You should play Devil May Cry.
I'm gonna play Astral Chain.
Yeah. If you like that,
So.
you should play Devil May Cry. I mean, not platform. Not keep saying platform. Platinum. You know, it's Capcom, but I'm pretty sure the people who made that went on to Platinum to make those other games. But
I want Beautiful Joe. Beautiful Joe 3.
nope.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just not happening.
All right.
Yeah. All right. What do we got next, Perry? Your favorite game?
My favorite game.
If you-
Final Fantasy 3. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Boom.
Fire Emblem Three Houses sells 800,000 digital.
Yeah. Digital units.
In
Baby.
United. In what's United? Oh, units. Gotcha. Sorry.
Casey
in
typo.
July. Just in July.
Yeah. Now,
800,000 just digital.
Now, what's interesting about that is that it was released on the 26th of July, so that's only 6 days. They sold
How is that 6
800,000
days?
in 8 days.
6, 7, 8, 9, 30th, 31st. 6 days.
Boom.
That's right.
6 days, 800,000, and that's only digital. I bet you we're going to have another Fire Emblem, and I bet you it's going to be similar style of some sort.
I wonder how much DLC they're gonna go. I mean,
Well, they have the
Can you
season pass.
purchase a season pass? You can.
Yeah, I'm not actually
Weird.
sure.
I just thought it was interesting, right? Like,
I'm not even sure.
there's so much
what-
content there.
Let's see. All right. The bundle contents. You get right away. You get the Officers Academy uniform. Highly sought after. All right. So you get. Let's see. Additional story content. They've got a 2020 release on that. New attire, auxiliary battles, quests, and items.
Additional quests.
Those are all.
additional
So those
items.
things are all set for 2019. So it's like additional items. Additional run. Oh, we can get some new things that just tell you to go here and there. The battles are always
Yeah.
good, right? Like hopefully they bring some challenging auxiliary battles. New
guess,
attire. Like I'm sure people dig that, you know what I mean? But like,
There's so much in the game. How
but
could
yeah,
you? Yeah, it's
it
crazy.
really boils down to the additional story content. And they really.
guess.
I mean, let's see. We plan to.
And the expansion pass is $37.
What a weird.
There's so much
yeah,
stuff
what a
there.
Weird freak. Oh no, we're
I know
on the.
one guy who's gonna be playing it.
For some reason, this is the Australian Nintendo website, so it's probably like 30. Like I wonder how much actually. Let's see. But it says we plan to release an additional side story on April 30th, 2020. The additional side story will include new characters, locations, and battlegrounds. It will feature multiple chapters that are separate from the story of the main game. So it sounds at least like it's going to be hefty, you know?
What if it's Fire Emblem Three Houses, the Torna?
The
it
waifu
called?
edition?
And what's the Torna?
Golden Country?
Golden Country, yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was amazing. Like, minus the freaking asinine decision to pad it out. Like,
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I was just gonna say
the gameplay was
It's
so much
interesting that they
fun,
did the-
man. Like, oh.
Anyway, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. 800,000.
And like you said, and I'm sure they sold plenty,
Crazy.
especially because I feel like, obviously not all of them, but I feel like probably a large section of Fire Emblem fans are probably like, ooh, I want the physical, you know? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
me. You got
Oh,
a
yeah, of
physical, right?
course. I mean, if I can get it physical,
Now-
I'm going to get it physical, you know?
I know, and that's why I guilted you out of not getting this early. Or the collection of.
And you know what the thing is?
Because you're like,
Yeah, if I'm going to get it, I might as well get that fizzy.
yeah.
And that's one I want, man, but I'm like on the fence about it because it's like I just know I won't get to play it right away, so why don't I wait till I can play it? But then it's like, oh, they localized the third one that's never been here before. Square deserves my money. Classic.
And these aren't like JRPGs. You
Yeah,
know what I
they're
mean? And they're
action
co-op and
RPGs.
stuff. Dude, we'll play some of this when you come.
Oh, dude,
That will be awesome.
what's crazy?
Me, you, and Jill. That'd be amazing.
that's only like a month and a half away. Not even.
I know.
That's
Totally cray.
BANANAS.
Now, Casey, Nintendo are big, fat rotten
Liars.
They told me that Mario Kart Tour would be released in the summer.
They're liars, man.
No.
They take your money.
It's not coming in the
They
summer.
take your money and they lie. Slap you right in the face with that money.
Yeah, they didn't really take my money.
Not yet.
Not yet. But
It's
actually, I'm interested in Mario Kart Tour.
Well, the good thing is you won't have to
by the
wait
way.
much longer
No, you don't have to wait
because
this
it releases September 25th, which is theoretically in the fall.
long. Like 3 days.
So
Yeah.
they which is funny. I'm surprised they were like, just release it a week before so we don't look like a bunch of crooks. But here they are.
They're way past crooks. Okay.
Put them in the slammer.
No, I'm excited. I think this game would be. I mean, this is what I feel like this is gonna fall into the Mario Run box where this sounds awesome and I want to play it, but whenever I want to play it, it takes too long to load up, and I won't be able to.
And then you've
play
lost
it
interest.
ever. And then it's like, why would I ever play Mario Kart Tour when I could play
Mario Kart 8
Mario
Deluxe.
Kart 8?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that, having it on in like the weird vertical, the verticality of it is going to be really
There's
weird.
a baby on your screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh.
Yeah. No, I'm.
So I do think it's going to be cool.
It's a game.
And Diddy Kong's in there.
Yeah, it's a game, and I'll play it. I'll check it out, but I can't see
We'll try
myself
it.
investing.
You can't play with
too
friends
much.
though, can you? Like that would be crazy, right? If we could play with friends.
I
You
wouldn't
probably
count
can't,
on it.
though. I don't think you can.
Nintendo. Yeah. Again, it's one of those things like it's on. It's good. Like you said, it's on your phone. It's easy to download. Like I'll check it out for
Yeah.
sure, but I just can't imagine myself sinking too much time into it. But
Yep. Now, you know what the Switch needs,
more games.
and more games, especially from Mega Man.
We need more blue arm.
They don't really
cannon,
have
man.
a lot of Mega Man. Yeah, they don't have any of those games on there. I mean, well, I guess they have Mega Man like 1 through 11.
Yeah,
And,
however
well, I
many,
guess
yeah.
they have the X series too, like 1 through 11. And, yeah.
And
So
and
they do
he's in
have like 20 or
Smash,
30
you know,
games.
And you got yeah.
But we need
Yeah,
more.
more, baby.
We need more. And I don't know if
I
this
need
is...
more
Oh,
for
has
my
this been
money.
officially announced?
Honey, more for my money. Yes. Yeah, it is official.
It has been announced because I know it leaked out. It leaked. I think it just came out on the PS4 shop. Like it just the title for it came out.
I saw. No, it was like a Capcom tweet. Yeah,
Cool.
Mega Man.
Well, I mean, before they officially announced it.
0/ZX Legacy Collection. 6 titles. That's Mega Man 0, 1 through 4, and then Mega Man ZX and ZX Advent, which releases in January the 21st of 2020. So yeah, like Barry said,
Is there anything more Japanese than ZX Advent?
sounds like it should be a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
But
Cool. Yeah.
yeah,
that's
more
cool.
Mega Man. I've never played any of the Zero games, I don't think. And if I did, it would be
Nope.
very, very briefly at someone else's
I think
house or
they're
something.
like X though. I think they're supposed
I
to
think
be
they're like
sequels to X.
even more hyped up. Like I feel like it's like you got Mega Man, which is like pretty like methodical, right? Then it was like X, which is like, oh, we're bringing the speed, baby. And then like I think Zero is like, we're bringing the speed and the cocaine, you know, and like really going balls to the wall.
So like anytime I hang out with
Yeah.
you. So Mega
Like
Man
October
Z.
5th.
Mega Man Z. So Mega Man Z is Casey
Yeah,
Gibson.
that's me.
Gotcha.
A burning fire of Inferno.
I know there's a game that you are really, really looking forward to coming out next month.
Contra, baby.
It might have a demo. Does that come out next
Yeah, it
month?
does.
Or you just
No,
made-
it does.
That awful
Contra
game.
releases in between Link's Awakening and DQ11.
That awful looking game. Contra.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking
Yeah, I
about?
bet you it's going to be a fine. Like, I bet you it turns out to be a fun game. But boy, it looks.
It's funny. Everyone I talked
Poop-tastic.
to was like, "Ugh."
Because it looks like
Nah.
booty, and not in a good way, you know.
Not in the treasure chest
Yeah,
kind of
treasure
way.
trove.
Yeah. No, we're talking about Dragon Quest 11, the demo.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, it's out.
She's out.
The demo's out.
Demo is
And
out.
it's over, or it's about 10 hours long. And What's the best part of the demo?
You get to carry that content, your save file, over to the retail version.
That's
so once you
perfect.
buy that,
That's
you're
how
ready
it
to rock
always
and
should
roll.
be.
Yeah, boom, wham, bam.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
I just,
I've downloaded it.
Try out the game.
I've not played it yet. I feel like what's going to happen is, at this point, it releases like a month from now. I'll probably start that like 2 weeks before, and be like, all right, I got like 10 hours over the next week or two, and then I'll just roll it right into the original. You know what I mean? So it'd be like, essentially,
cool.
I'm playing the game 2 weeks early or a week early.
Isn't that
instead
crazy?
of like playing it now and then having that sort of lapse. But
yeah.
And then I've seen a bunch of people online say like, I was not like, this game was not on my radar. Like, I did not plan on buying this game, but like playing the demo, like I'm in. Like I'm definitely down to try it. So it's pretty cool. Like you said, more games should do it. And like, I'm not asking for every game to give you a 10-hour demo, but even like an hour or two of a game, then you could sort of carry over the progress, I think is something that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. That is awesome.
Are you going to download it and try it?
Probably not. I if I get it, I'll. If I find time. I'm thinking about getting the actual game.
So, well, if you're thinking about getting it, why not give it a whirl before? Give it a little.
Well, how big is the demo? How big is it?
I don't know.
Like shuffling around all my I just would rather just buy the game than like having to delete stuff and download stuff and everything.
Hold on.
And I don't know what just happened to Casey, but
that's what you get.
Something just fell off.
I tried to grab my old switcheroo, but I had my earplug in, and I was like on that I can't. And then she fell over. Yeah. And then my left.
Are you okay?
And then my left Joy-Con hit the eject button. It was like.
Wait, what? You mean it fell off?
Yeah, it just went. Let's see.
But yeah, I was just like downloading the Dragon Quest 11. I have to move stuff over, and I could see that being like, I could see it being like 5 gigs or something,
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm going to find out for you right here. We're going to find out live.
You should find out for me right here.
All right, let's see. Oh, no, I must have passed it already.
It wouldn't be funny if the collection of mana, if you had to download like the last 2 games.
Yeah, it only comes
with 15 megabytes.
Yeah, it only comes with the Game Boy version.
We only paid for a 10 megabyte Switch card.
4.7.
Okay. Oh, 5 gigs.
No,
that's exactly what I said.
4.7.
Shut up.
Don't you know what
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I just don't know where I have so many games to play. I'm probably not, but you never know.
It's super duper long, so you got to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So.
Well, there might be another game.
I probably won't make it.
There might be another game.
Because I don't think I'll get through. I don't think I'll get through Fire Emblem Astral Chain before I get to Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. There's just a lot. Well,
you never know with the baby, though.
But let me tell you, there's another game you might be sinking some time into. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. This was the best
potential leak
way of the best way to leak a game.
Tell us what happened, Perry.
Well, Wario64 tweeted out an officially licensed Overwatch Switch case, like from Blizzard and Nintendo. It's a really cool looking case, right?
Yeah, the Overwatch logo is pretty cool.
I've only seen one better looking case, and I'm looking right at him right now.
Stop it.
Yeah, this collection of mine is amazing. No, no, the Overwatch case for the Switch case looks amazing. And it has did you see the little zippy doodah days?
Little doodaughter?
The little zippers. Did you see the zippers on them?
Yeah.
And they're Joy-Cons?
Yeah, it is
amazing,
very cool.
right?
It is very
so
cool.
Very cool looking. Totally legit. It was on Amazon, and then it quickly came off. Fred, delete Ixnay.
You big dumb giblet.
Yeah, I know.
Someone got fired,
Yeah, probably. That's a huge release, right? Overwatch is coming to the Switch.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
It's coming.
At
No,
this
it's
point, I
coming.
wonder if it would be in like a Nintendo Direct in September.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing: BlizzCon is in November, so I wonder it could be something where they.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be announced in a direct in September.
You think so? Yeah. I mean, I guess they'd
yeah.
probably get a bigger,
Oh, yeah.
bigger audience.
Probably in the first, I bet, 2 weeks. Along with, they're saying that, a lot of people are saying that the character from that is going to be in Smash, which I totally would.
Oh yeah.
I could totally see. I guess
There's a lot.
Are there any Western people in Smash? I don't think so, right?
There has to be, right?
No.
Trying to think.
Not from the
Snake?
DLC, not third party. Snake's not Western.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I know. You know what I mean? So that would be anyway. Banjo. There you go. That's European, and he's pretty
Yeah, but that's not Japanese.
pretty baked
you know?
into. But he has a pretty huge, rich history.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it'd be
that's
interesting.
that's a good point. It's a good point. It's not an original. Yeah, so
We did get
I guess
get a Loot Goblin amiibo.
that's true. Yeah, you're right. So, Overwatch will be huge. I hope that it's a good port and it runs great. I mean, like, it'd be amazing,
Yeah.
right? I really don't want it to be a crappy version.
I mean,
but I know
it'd probably be a worse version, but hopefully not. But
I
you know
guess-
what? Blizzard did an amazing job with
Diablo 3 is insane.
You know,
It's
and
insanely
like I'm trying to
good.
think, Overwatch.
Yeah, it runs 60 frames like flawless, and that's why. Yeah, that's a really good point too.
You know, 2016, so it's like not the
Yeah.
newest of games. You know,
I mean, it's probably had some
Xbox
significant
One,
updates and
PS4,
stuff, right?
So, yeah, definitely
It's had some
updates. But like
significant
they've
updates and
they've
stuff.
hit console before, so
Now, is that a strictly online multiplayer game? Is there a story mode? in Overwatch? I have no idea.
I don't. No story mode.
Okay.
I'm guessing you might be able to
I don't know
play.
anything about this game.
What's up?
I don't know anything about the game, really.
I'm
I've just kind of seen the
pretty sure
characters,
it's
and I know it's a
technically
first-person shooter.
A MOBA, which is a multiplayer online battle arena.
Oh, okay. Is that what you'd call Splatoon?
No.
Really?
Um,
I thought it's a team-based game.
cause like, let's see, what are they? I'm trying to see, cause like they're heroes in this game. So I think like that would be the difference of like, sure, there are different weapons in a Splatoon, right? But like the characters themselves are all like the same. It's just like your loadouts. Where here it's like there are distinct characters and they have distinct abilities.
Well, it says it's a team-based game.
Oh yeah, it's
right?
totally.
And you play...
Like I said, so the gameplay is online. Overwatch
So you've never
is
played
online
it?
team. I've played a very tiny little bit of it. The game, different modes, but essentially there are different heroes, and like you need to work in sort of conjunction with one another. You know, like there's like a guy like in this screenshot, which that no one else can see. Like that guy throws up a big shield. You know, so it's like he's more of a defensive guy. So like you throw that puppy up there, and it blocks not only himself but your team too.
So it's pretty deep in its
People love it, dude.
Skill set.
Yeah. So, and
are you stoked to play it? Would you play it?
Yeah. Like I would.
I wonder how does the paying structure work? Is it like a $20 game, a $30 game?
I think it's.
And it has like loot boxes. Is it kind of like Rocket League or
I
something?
don't know. Yeah.
It's not free
There's
to
probably
play,
loot
is it?
boxes for skins, I'd imagine, for the different heroes. Or but I think it's $30. It's actually, I think Sandy got it for Christmas once. We got it for Christmas one year, and I played a little bit like that way, and she didn't really get into it. So it's like I could totally like I have access to it to play more if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if it'll be crossplay.
That would be interesting. I feel like it's one of those games too where it's like you sort of need to learn the lay of the land as far as like what the other heroes can do, you know, to really be successful.
It's definitely the game from Blizzard that I'm most interested in. You know,
Not WoW Classic.
like that suits. No.
Yeah, giggity goo. All right, yeah, that's the end of the news. But we finished off with some exciting bit
nice.
there.
Yep.
Now we're gonna get into the topic of the show. Do we want a musical interlude, or we're just gonna
let's get
roll
right
right
into the
on into
topic.
here. All right, so we
Yep.
we were talking and we were excited. We're excited for this next month of games because it might be the craziest month,
Because
right?
there's barely any games.
We got
coming out,
games for
so.
days. Games for days. And we figured we'd just go through the list of games here. We actually put out a tweet and got some responses from people who are excited for different games, so we're going to read those out too. We're just going to go down the line here of crazy games coming out.
Nice and brisk.
And talk about it a little bit.
And it's funny because a lot of these have just been announced in like the past like couple of weeks or a week or two. You know,
it's insane.
Crazy. But obviously, we're starting off with
Chain.
Yeah, Astral Chain, which isn't in September, but
it makes the cut, baby.
It makes the cut.
It chained it way.
That's on August 30th.
Yeah, of course. Super stoked. That's if you're listening to this episode, it's most likely out, or it's coming out within like 6 hours. So
that's right.
A tip of the hat to you for the
if you're
listener
listening to this
before
episode
it comes
and
out.
And you're in Japan, it's out.
Boom.
Yeah,
definitely gonna pick this one up. Excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up after
you finish Fire Emblem.
I think so. Because
I can't wait till Saturday morning when I get a picture of the game case and you're like, I couldn't wait.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have you order it for me probably, or I might just go to Walmart. Dude, Walmart sells stuff.
Yeah. After
crazy.
my gamer club runs out, it's like that's probably gonna be my go-to spot, just because it's the cheapest and it's open 24/7, which is nice.
Crazy.
I don't know if they do midnight releases.
Sam Walton. I think that depends on your release, and it depends on
if
who
it's
works
like I bet you. I mean, if it's like a big marquee title, they probably do. But like, if you're like, can I pick up that Domine Ex Machina?
They're gonna be like get away from me, nerd.
Yeah,
like,
sir, can you step back from the register?
Sir, you're not gonna get your video game any faster.
Dang it, Bobby. Yeah.
Anyway, after that, David Lloyd's
Game of the
game
Universe
is coming out. Game of the Universe. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered is coming out September 3rd.
And I believe at a nice friendly price of $20.
But not at a friendly digital only, and only going to be digital.
Yeah.
Which I thought was crazy.
It would have been nice to have that on nice little boxy,
yeah.
you know?
I mean, it's a remaster thing. I mean, how crazy would like a Final Fantasy 7 and 8?
It's weird because
box
12
would be insane.
They did. Like 12 is physical. 10 and 10
and 10 2 are
physical. But yeah, I don't know what what goes into making that decision. Like maybe 12 was just too big or something. But it's like people download like 50 gigabyte games. It's like that can't be it. But I don't know. Is this you're not picking this up? I assume.
No, I've never played a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with Final Fantasy VIII Remastered in the busiest time of the year.
Well, I would tell you. Well, David Lloyd would tell you that's the one.
Are
to
you
start
getting
with.
it?
All right, here's the thing. Normally, I would be like, no, probably not. But the fact that David loves this game so much, I feel like I owe it to him to play it. But it's, not right now. It is a terrible time. Like, there's just no way I'm going to, especially, like, I'm like the Ni no Kuni review. It's like, there's no way in heck that I could play this game without playing it for, a measly 5 to 8 hours and then, like, being like, oh, well, then I never finished it. So, I'm not going to buy it now, but I will.
You're not going to Fire Emblem it.
I will absolutely at some point buy this game and play it just for David. Just for David. Next up.
Do it for David.
Yeah. We love you, David. Next up, we got...
But on the same day.
Yeah, same day.
Right?
And actually, we've got someone who wrote in. They are a little excited about this game, which I can't seem to find.
Can I announce it?
Announce it up for me.
We have the Spyro Reignited trilogy. See, it's reignited because he has some sort of fire-breathing powers, I believe.
Feels so good.
Right?
Yeah. Wait, what's up? I was listening to you.
He has some sort of... I've never played Spyro before.
He's a dragon.
Does he spew fire?
I believe so.
That's why it's reignited.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Anyway, this is from this is like the Crash trilogy. This is the reignited trilogy.
I know there are
September
people
3rd.
who love them some Spyro, man.
They do. Oh yeah, he's definitely.
And know it's gonna look gorgeous. Because it's gonna have it looks like a rare game, you know, like if you look at it, right? Like totally looks like if you told me Rare made this game, I would believe you. But yeah, it looks really good.
Exactly.
Not something again I will probably get. I didn't play Spyro back in the day, so you don't have those nostalgic grabs, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, another game should be interesting.
It'd be a game I'd pick up for $15
for the cheap.
physically.
I wonder how much it does. It's probably. Do you think it's going to be a $40 spotter?
Yep.
Do you know that for sure, or is that?
It could be or $50 because I think Crash Trilogy is $50. So.
On Steam, it's $40. So I'm gonna. Here we go. Amazon.
So Switch, it's probably the Switch tax.
Reunited.
Here, pick the platform.
Feels so good. 40 bones.
Oh, nope. There you go. 40.
It's weird that the
tax.
PS2 is on sale currently. PS4, PS2. Next up, we got Daemon Ex Machina.
The stupidest name in the world.
September 13th.
Why did they call it mech fighting?
Yeah. Mech
hurrah.
fighting game, waifu game.
I like mech fighting hurrah. And that's coming out on September 13th.
That's a 1 and a 3 put together.
I might get this game in the future. It's coming out in a very
bad time.
Oh, what are they doing to us? It looks so cool.
But yeah.
It did, but then they released that demo.
Demo was middling.
Apparently the demo, I never got to play it, but I heard from everyone it was like middling.
I didn't put a ton of time into it, but yeah, it didn't snag me right away.
It looks so cool though. I mean, it really does.
Everyone loves a good mech game. That's gonna definitely be one I keep on the radar, and like that might be one where like Christmas time rolls around, you know, and it's like, all right.
It looks really cool.
Someone could buy me that game if they want.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're getting a good gauge here. Now, the next one is one I'm definitely like, it's on the... Yep. Casey, don't faint again. Don't fall over again.
Oh, my Switch! Yes, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, September 20th, man. It can't come soon enough, less than a month away.
And you know what's so weird? You know what's weird that they don't have a different name for this? Isn't that weird?
Yeah, like no remake or remaster.
They're just calling it The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Like, it's
you know
so
what?
weird
They
that
probably,
it's not
they
remastered
probably,
HD.
They probably, like, for the people who don't know about the original, like, we'll let them think it's a brand new game. We'll get get $60 out of those guys. Real good.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like Doom, right?
Yeah.
Doom 2016
Doom 2016.
or whatever.
Yeah, Link's Awakening.
But it's just called Doom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? I guess that's probably what's going to be
Donkey Kong
known
94. Yeah.
Exactly. So I just think that's interesting. I like it. I think it's cool. Like
them dollars, man.
Like I honestly like saying like Wind Waker HD is like really stupid. Like it kind of ruins like the whole coolness of that whole game. Like The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD,
like,
high definition.
Yeah. And like someone's like,
yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah.
Or see, I like for some reason I like Ocarina of Time 3D because I
you know why? You know why?
Cool, but
because it gives off like the like Ocarina, like I don't know, N64, you know, whatever 64, you know, like it sort of has that same vibe, like 3D, you know, like it's for the 3DS,
totally,
you know, it's for the 64,
totally.
Which is funny because I remember thinking like when like they were like Wii Sports U, you know, I'm like, what a dumb name. And then I'm like, well, I guess they've been doing that for years. It's just like
I love
the
that
U
name.
is funny. You
I
know?
like the Wii Fit U. I like the idea that they're saying we will do something to you. So like we party you.
We'll fit you, baby. Yeah.
We fit you. Anyway, but yeah, I can't wait.
Up though, Perry.
This game, dude, looks so good.
What do we got?
This other game looks really good too.
Remastered.
I've heard so much about.
Remastered.
Yeah, remastered. Yeah, see, it's so nice and clean to not have it. But we got Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Remastered.
Yeah. September 20th. Man.
Same day.
Bad day to release on.
Bad day, Ni no Kuni. Bad day.
I'm pretty sure I'm on the review for this on the website, which is both a blessing and a cursing. Because first off, I've always...
A blessing because it's forcing you to play it.
Yeah, like, I've always been interested in this game, right? Like,
And you played the sequel and you're mad on it.
Ice. Minus the visuals.
Since when did it stink on ice?
The sequel?
You talked about it on the show, and you did not say it stunk.
Dude, I stopped... Like, I liked everything about it but the gameplay. Because it was just boring, you know what I mean? Like, because it was an action RPG, but it was, like, so boring. Like it, like you know what I mean. It had no
Weird.
frills to it, and it was just like okay, like the visuals
But, like,
are
remember,
gorgeous.
like,
You know,
yeah.
like the town and like
Yeah. Did it tantalize you with the visuals? Is that what happened?
I was fully tantalized. but like the reason
All
was
right.
because I heard the first one was so good, and those visuals are also tantalizing. So I was full
Right.
tantalization, and then next thing you know is like just press A over and over and over again, remastered.
Yeah,
But
remastered.
yeah, from
Anyway.
all things, like the first one is a much better game from what I hear,
Cool.
and it
I
and it has
definitely.
the visuals to still, you know what I mean.
This is a game that I'm definitely thinking about getting. Like, obviously in the future, but like I am. Very
I'm
interested in
praying
this
to
game.
Jesus, please Jesus, give us this game early. You know, I can't.
Oh, yeah.
God help me if all of
Yeah.
a sudden on Friday, September 20th, I've got Zelda in hand and I'm playing Ni no Kuni for the first time. You know,
Yeah.
I would totally
Yeah,
be
I
like
hope
Ni
you
no
can-
Kuni.
I hope you
You
can
can wait.
crank out a review.
Honestly, though, if it comes launch day, then you buy a little time to be like, well, they didn't give it to me till launch day when Zelda came
You know what
out.
you can do is just-
like it can wait.
Just copy and paste an
Yeah.
old review of someone else's.
No,
you know,
that or I'll just be like,
and just
from
change
what
some of
I
the
hear,
words.
it's much better than the second one, which stunk on ice. And then that'll be my review.
From what I hear of this game, that's what
Yeah.
your review is. From what you've
From
heard.
what I heard.
Okay. So after that, we have
Game of the
speaking
year.
Stinking on Ice, Contra Rogue Core, or if you're
Corpse.
cool, you say Contra Rogue U Corpse.
Rogue U.
That
Rogue U.
is September
Ragu.
24th. That's 4 days after Link's Awakening. They thought they'd hit that
That
little
pocket?
dead spot
That pocket?
there. Yeah, that pocket in between this and Dragon Quest 11S, Echoes of an Elusive
Whew,
Age,
it's a mouthful.
Definitive Edition. That is a long title, my
Yes.
friend.
Definitive
They
edition.
had to. Did they really have to say S?
Yeah,
Like they have the Definitive Edition. Does it have to be an S anyway?
they did. Yeah, the September
But
27th.
That comes out the 27th.
Yes, I'll be purchasing that one and not playing it for probably like 2 weeks, unfortunately. I feel like.
Yep. Maybe. I mean, if you're done with Ni no Kuni,
Ni no
before-
Kuni's like 40
you'll-
hours, though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but if you are done with it before, like if you get it 2 weeks early, whatever.
Well, that's
Then you can
that's
play.
what I'm really hoping
Wait.
for, is that we get it a little early, so it gives me some
so
leeway.
meaning like today or tomorrow.
Oh, that would be a godsend, dude, if it came that early.
Well, I mean that is like 2 weeks early. That's what I'm saying.
You'd
It's
see,
like we're almost.
You'd see me doing pictures. It'd be like, what is Casey on doing on Twitter? And I'd be doing a little jig, dude. Be like, boom, baby. Be like, why is he jigging? You'll know.
Yep.
No words. He'll just be
I'll
doing
know.
a jig. Yes. Also on
But
the 27th,
I won't be picking up Dragon Quest. Yeah, I won't be picking up Dragon Quest
because you're gonna be on the pitch, right?
11S. Yeah, because I'm gonna be playing FIFA 20. Woo!
Grab your Vuvuzuela. Remember those from the World Cup?
What? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes.
Yeah.
That's coming out.
I'm
then.
sure it'll be
It's just a reskin.
another
I think.
gimped version for the Switch, but maybe not.
Yeah. And then EA is gonna say something like,
It's only because these
"We
nerds
are putting the
don't
games
buy
out
it.
there." Yeah. But another game is coming out on the 27th, also that definitely has my attention.
Oh yeah, baby.
That is.
Ori and
Yep.
the Blind Forest from Xbox Game Studios for your Nintendo Switch. That's again, I'm definitely getting this game. Whether it might be a little bit after the launch date, but absolutely, this game's gonna be awesome, dude. It looks so good, visually stunning.
I know. I really want a physical version.
He wants a physical
I don't know how that's gonna work, but I guess they have Minecraft physically, so
Yeah,
that's a Microsoft.
come on,
game, so
Microsoft.
do it.
Do it. Although,
do it.
like you said, I feel like if they were gonna Cuphead would be another good physical release. Maybe they'll have how you have
it's coming out. It is coming out.
is it
physically.
okay? Rare Replay.
Yep.
Be like Xbox Replay and just put all the
Yes.
Xbox games on one cart. Dude, I can't.
Yes.
Cuphead, dude, I cannot. I haven't remembered a game that I've done such a 180 on after playing like a little bit of it and then like playing it all the way through to be like, wow, that game, like, I didn't love it at first, and then, like, to really, really, really enjoying it by the end of it.
Interesting.
But that's the end of those games coming out
our
in September.
commentary.
Yeah, let's get into some Twitter responses.
Some
here.
listener mail, some listener commentary.
All right, you want to start out with Brody's?
Sure, Brody. He said, now Ori and the Blind Forest. None of the September games interested me too much, so I thought it was going to be a cooldown month. But now, with Ori coming out on the 27th, I finally had the chance to play the game that everyone has acclaimed for years.
Boom. Brody.
To which
you're
I
a
say,
monster.
what the heck, Brody?
You're a monster, Brody.
You're not interested in Zelda? Link's Awakening?
Or Contra? Dude. Come on.
Dude. Contra? Roge? Corpse?
Roge. We also have...
But thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for writing in. We got It's a Bug Huntman, who wrote
Yes.
in, and this is what I was alluding to before. I've never played a Dragon Quest game before, but after trying the Dragon Quest XI demo, I'm excited to play my first. Obviously, Link's Awakening is a must, but I hope Astral Chain doesn't get buried in the wake of all these games. I'm hyped for that as well. So he seems on board with us. He's going to have a busy month here. But yeah, how awesome is that? The demo sold.
Amazing.
Demo sold it, baby.
Very good. Very good. So... what if you play the demo?
Yeah, this game stinks.
See, the thing is, Casey, I don't think you could do that. You'd be like, I don't care if it stinks. I'm still playing this game.
Talked about playing this game. I will not be wrong, dang it. Yeah. I won't let any bad gameplay ruin my good time, Nino Cooney 2.
Anyway, our good friend Jordan Rudek, a fellow NWR staffer, said, so we asked the question, what games are you looking forward to in September? Right, that's the idea. Right. He said, I would have said Dragon Quest XI, and I still am excited for it, but the demo means I can play a big chunk early. Now it's clearly Link's Awakening. I need that full dose of cutesy wootsy, and I'm going to boot it up on a new Switch Lite.
I just thought about, like,
Except for
boot it up.
I was just going to say, now put a Canadian accent on that. You got it.
Yeah, on his old Switch Lite, dude. Yeah, we didn't even talk about the Switch Lite coming out this month, too. Or, well, September, as in this month. Crazy.
Yeah, man. Crazy. Yeah. You know what I realized? I'm getting a Switch Lite.
Ooh, Jimmy,
because
Jimmy.
I have 3 Switches, right?
Jimmy!
So I'm gonna sell one of my Switches for probably make money off it. Probably could sell one for $220
Jimmy.
and get a Switch Lite.
That'll include your tax, and you might even be able to buy a Whopper after that. Jimmy.
Talk Nintendo, brought to you by Burger King.
Wrong way, pal.
What is their slogan from now? Like, I don't even know what their slogan
It's
is
a
now.
Whopper!
Think outside the bun. No, that's Taco Bell. It's a Whopper. All right, so who do we have next? We have Brent.
Goner?
Gonyer.
Can't wait for Final
Gonyer.
Fantasy VIII Remastered. I never got to play that one. And most excited for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Cutesy Wootsy Edition in parentheses official title. Yes.
That's right.
I bet you that
Dude.
brings a smile to David Lloyd's heart.
I can really imagine David Lloyd's heart.
Just smiling like, oh, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and the Link's Awakening Cutesy Wootsy Edition. I haven't seen, because I kind of put that game like on the back of my mind. It's like I've already seen too much. Like I've seen 3 seconds of it. I've seen too much.
Cuteness overload.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a Whopper.
And so it's like, someone's hungry here. Casey, are you hungry?
Well, we actually got Taco Bell yesterday, so I'm not like from Taco Bell. I don't usually eat tacos, right? It's like you get the nachos Bel Grande with the jalapenos on top.
Hours.
You get some burritos and this, that, and the other thing. But the meals always, they throw you an extra taco. So it's like, didn't eat that there. Came home, had to record the podcast. I was like, I need to get something in my gullet. I ate those tacos from yesterday.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm still a little hungry.
Yeah, when I eat Taco Bell, there's no
quiero Taco
leftovers.
Bell.
So we have Josh.
Good old Josh, baby.
Average Josh.
King of the Hill fan numero. Is he 1? Is he above the Perry?
Trace. please. Actually, he
He's.
might be.
I will concede.
Let's just say we're all tied.
I will concede to him. I feel like but
Honestly,
I would concede to you as well. I feel like you guys memorize way more lines than I do, but I do love it. It's one of my. It is my fave weekend. But anyway, yeah, he's got a nice a string here.
Yeah, he says there's a lot to be excited about, but the remake of Link's Awakening is at the top of my list. Good boy.
Good boy.
In 1994, on my 6th birthday, my parents took me to Toys R Us and bought me a Game Boy, which came bundled with Link's Awakening. So this is like Jordan with his Switch Lite.
Yeah.
But in 1994, with the crappy Game Boy and Link's Awakening.
It ain't crappy. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It was my first Zelda game and the only Zelda game I even knew about for a few years, and it was the most captivating game I'd ever played in my short life. As I explored caves and climbed mountains, it captured my imagination and never let go. Link's Awakening is a very special game to me and probably means more to me than any other game, simply because it showed me what games could be. For these reasons, I can't wait to dive in and explore and rediscover Koholint Island all over again. Amen. I agree.
Beautiful.
It's a fantastic game. I didn't play it as a kid. I played it kind of, I think I was probably like, I don't know. I was probably like 18 the first time I played it, which is crazy to think that was like almost 10 years ago.
You big giblet.
But yes, but I still have that nostalgia for. I mean, it's an amazing game.
At
and
this point, you old geezer, that was a long time ago.
Casey Gibson, you haven't even played it, which is crazy.
Nope,
so
I'm going
look
in
at that.
fresh.
You get to play. Yeah, man, that's crazy. It's so good.
You know what?
It's
I sort of compare it to like when we always like, man, I wish I could go back and watch The King of the Hill again, like fresh without knowing it, right? Or whatever, your favorite movie, this, that, or the thing. You always wish you could go back and experience it. It's like, I'm that lucky guy. And I'm sure there are a lot of people out there too. But like, I am so like, I'm glad I never went back.
You are.
Like, because I knew, like I said, it's always been held in such high regard. I knew I'd had to play it at some time.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I'm getting the updated version. And I hope they stick pretty tight to the vest as far as keeping it real, you know?
That's right. I think they are. You can only move in 4 directions. Like, you can't even move. No, I think they are keeping it pretty
up, down,
close.
left,
so.
right, cutesy
Anyway,
edition.
thank you so much, everyone, for writing in to our tweets and everything. And
awesome responses.
thank you for watching our show. Thank you for watching Talk Nintendo episode 154.
154. You know how many episodes I've done in a row, Perry?
154.
Yes, sir.
You know how many I have? I think it's like 6 or 7. 7, I think. I don't know. What a but yes, so again, you can find us on Twitter at Talk Nintendo Pod. That's Talk Nintendo
POD.
I always pick the wrong way. It's hard when you're mirrored or when you're not mirrored. Yeah, it's Talk Nintendo POD. And you can please send us an email. Emails are awesome. I know that seem outdated, but you can write long ones. You can send them. I just think it's easier than you can. I mean, you can send attachments, and it's just easier at TNP. So, like, think about Talk Nintendo Podcast. TNP at NintendoWorldReport.com. Send us a question. We'll read it out. It's fun. Listener mail is fun. So, and then of course you gotta check us out on Patreon, where you're gonna get exclusive episodes, and they're really fun episodes.
And we got another one coming up next week. Yeah,
That's
as
right.
well as this weekend, we have our game week, which we all get together and we play. Usually we play some Splatoon. We usually get Mario Kart in there. Some Smash and all that good stuff. We get in there and we have a blast, and we stream that over at twitch.tv/Nintendo World Report. And so you could join in for $1. For $1, you can come hang out, play a bunch of games with us, get a bunch of exclusive episodes of not only Talk Nintendo Podcast, but also Radio Free Nintendo, which, is another great podcast over at Nintendo World Report. We've got...
And if you...
Skipper,
I was
what were you going to say?
For $5 a month, if you're at that tier, you can get our episode 1 day early.
Boom.
There you go. So you get it on Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Yep. Yes, it's good stuff. Of course, you know, you don't have to support us over there. Just listening is always great. We love everyone for doing that. But if you do want to check it out, that's patreon.com/NWR. That is patreon.com/NWR. Boom. And once again, we want to thank you all for listening. And get ready, because the games are coming. The games are coming.
Are coming. And they are terribly good.
What a loser.
Howdy, partners. Welcome to the Panhandler, home of the world's longest salad bar and second longest sneeze guard. Would you cowboys care to take on our 72-ounce Lone Star steak? Finish it and it's free.
How much if you can't finish it?
Well, sir, like my daddy always said, if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
That's what I'm having. Lord, no, Mr. Holloway. You're gonna fill up on free stuff.
Now, how we gonna win state if we don't get the state? Now, go out there and get me the state. You get us the state, and I guarantee I'll kiss each and every one of you little pansies right on the mouth. Let's go!
This video is made possible by our generous supporters on Patreon. Did you know that Nintendo World Report is funded directly by fans like you? When you support Nintendo World Report on Patreon, you get immediate access to multiple exclusive podcasts every month, exclusive Discord channels, an early look at select content, and more, all for as little as $1 a month. Check out patreon.com/NWR for all the details.